Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here, Friday the 25th of January. Wanted to do something a little bit more technical for you in this featured video. Just about the snow that's coming in and how the kind of snow situations are really difficult when they're coming from the west. They're never particularly clear cut. These are the 8:50 temperatures from midnight last night. You can see sort of -4s to -6s across central and northern parts of the country. But watch how this is 7 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock this morning, this is midday today. Look at this mild plume of air that comes in from the west. Now, we got on the leading edge of this, we've got precipitation at midday. It's going to be in sort of around about this sort of area here, and you can see how typically we use the idea of -5 at 8:50 as being a snow area, but you can see here well above -1 to -3 degrees Celsius. So why are we still forecasting snow? You see, ordinarily what you would find is that given that situation, that the precipitation starts at snow as high levels. It comes down through the atmosphere, still snow at 5,000 feet, but then as it comes lower down and the atmosphere warms up, so it gradually turns into rain. And you can see here that by 6 o'clock this evening we've got temperatures of 0 to -1s across central and northern parts of the country, still -4 central Scotland, but look at this, 1s and 2s. This is at 5,000 feet, remember, out towards the west. You can really see that tongue of warm air that's in there, look, across western parts of the country, is tucked in behind that front. And then by midnight tonight, well, the mild air collapses down towards the south. Admittedly, we get cooler weather coming excuse me, cooler temperatures coming in again, -1s and -2s. But throughout all of this, you wouldn't expect the precipitation to be falling as snow under ordinary circumstances. But what we need to do is look at the profile of the atmosphere in 3D. And if you go to Weather Online, you can get these charts, these skew-T charts. Won't go into them in detail now, but I do run a weather school about them, and I run online webinar sessions about them too. So do check out for those. You can come along and book your place on one of those. This is for Birmingham, and this is for 6 o'clock this evening. Now, this is height running up here, and this is temperature running along the bottom here. And the temperature is this is basically a piece of graph paper that has temperature and dew point plotted on it. Temperature is the red line here, okay, the curve you can see there. Blue is the dew point, and it's the forecast from the GFS model for 6 o'clock this morning. Now, these lines you can see marked on here, these straight lines, this is just like a piece of graph paper, okay? So that there running up here is -10, that there is 0 degrees, and these are the fixed surfaces. So this is 700 millibars, this is 850 millibars, and this is the surface here. You can see those straight lines running across there. Those lines never change. It's only the lines across the top, this one and this one, that ever change. Now, the critical line as far as we're concerned is this. This is the 0 degree isotherm, okay? Anything to the right of that is above freezing. Anything to the left of that, so this is positive, this is negative, is below freezing. So at 6 o'clock this morning, you can see the whole of the atmosphere here at Birmingham is below freezing. Now, if we just knock on to we'll go on to 9 o'clock, and this was 9 o'clock this morning, forecast again from the GFS. There's our 0 degree isotherm there. Look, the whole of the atmosphere is below freezing. Let's just go on another 3 hours. There's midday. Look here, whole of the atmosphere below freezing again. This dew point and temperature line coming together here signifies the high cloud coming in on the frontal system. 3 o'clock this afternoon, everywhere still below freezing, look, but we've got a cloud base of about 750 millibars, which is around about 9,000 feet. Not particularly very thick at that time, but still below freezing, and probably no precipitation. But then by 6 o'clock this evening, this is a slightly different story, because there's our 0 degree line, look, running up here. We're still in negative territory, but look, the temperature and the dew point line have come together. That's cloud, and that depth of moisture running from here all the way up to the top of the atmosphere here is thick cloud. That is heavy precipitation, all of it below freezing, all of it falling as snow at lower levels. But just watch what happens. Look, there's 9 o'clock, again heavy periods of precipitation, all of it falling as snow, although look, at the surface just hinting at temperatures starting to come up above freezing. And then by midnight, well, the precipitation, most of it has gone. We've still got cloud in at high levels here, but look what's happened. You see that the lower layers here have come up above freezing. So should there be anything falling during this period, what would happen is it would start off as snow here, but it gets through freezing. By the time it goes through the freezing level, it thaws out, and then we've got rain by the time it comes to the surface, although by midnight tonight it probably is still, it's probably not going to be raining by then. But the interesting thing here is that although 850 temperatures are warming up, because of the shape of that curve there, the temperature of the atmosphere stays below freezing, and so what falls at the surface is snow. And it's now that our kind of idea of -5 at 850 being a snow line tends to fall apart, particularly when you get in this situation coming in from the west. Incidentally, by 3 o'clock in the morning, look, we've got real nose of mild air there in at the surface. Quite an inversion here as well. Still around freezing at the surface, but clearer skies above, perhaps some cirrus cloud in here. What's interesting here, though, is that should that dew point line and the temperature line be close together, we would have got rain, and what would have happened is that it would have fallen as snow here. As it went through the 0 degree line here, it turns to rain. But by the time it hits the surface, because the surface is still freezing, it turns to ice immediately on impact, and that's when you get freezing rain. Okay, I'll leave you with that for now. I could just go on and on about this one. As I say, I'll do a weather school based on this and a webinar about SKUTs as well, so try and join me on one of those if you can. But for now, keep the sun shining, and thanks again for watching. Remember the site to get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen, so you can be back and using the adverts, using the charts, etc. That's what keeps us free of charge. So thanks for doing that, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.